So we'll see the next concept. So we may get questions like a person sells an article for rupees 200 and he earns a profit of 30%. And if both selling price and cost price say are reduced by rupees 20, he'll get some other profit percent, say for example 35%, and we'll be asked to find the cost price. So we'll see how to work out this type of questions with an example. So the question is, a watch is sold at a profit of 20%. If both the cost price and selling price of the watch are decreased by rupees 100, the profit would be 5% more. Find the original cost price of the watch. So this question was asked in the exam New India Assurance 2009. So for this question, so there are so many workings to arrive at the answer. So we need so many steps of working to arrive at the answer, and I will tell you how easily you can arrive at the answer using the simple concept. So this question is complicated, and here so we can avoid all those calculations, and using the ratios concept we can make the working very simple. I have already told you ratios working will be very simple, and dealing with ratios we have already seen in ratio and proportions lesson. So using the same concept, we'll see how to work out this question in an easy pattern. So first it is given that the person earns 20% profit. So using this profit percent, we'll get the ratio of cost price and selling price. So profit percent is 20%, and now we'll get the ratio for cost price and selling price. So when profit is given as in percentage, we'll take the base as 100. And what will be the selling price? So 20% profit, so selling price will be 120. So now what is the ratio of cost price and selling price? So it is 5:6. And now they say that cost price is reduced by 100 and selling price is also reduced by 100. So if the person buys an article for 100 less, and if he sells an article for 100 less, so then he will get 5% more profit. So earlier it was 20%, and now what will be the profit percent? 5 more than the earlier 25%. So now with this we'll write another ratio for cost price and selling price. So 25% profit. So what is the ratio for cost price and selling price? The cost price will take as 100. Selling price is 125. So now the ratio is 4:5. So dealing with ratios or working with ratios will be very easy. So earlier we have got a ratio of 5:6, and now the ratio is 4:5. So ratio was 5:6. This 4:5 ratio is got by decreasing 100 from the cost price and decreasing 100 from the selling price. So using Smiley concept we have seen how to find value of one part and all in ratio and proportion, and using the same concept we can find value of one part and proceed. But here when you check the ratios, so earlier it was 5:6 and now the ratio is 4:5. So when you see here, the first part is decreased by one value and the second part is also decreased by one value. So whenever the decrease or increase is same, so the decrease factor, this 100 itself, we can work out the value. So by what value the cost price is decreased? 100. And by what value the selling price is decreased? It is also the same 100. And now the second ratio we have got by decreasing 1 in each part of the earlier ratio. So value of one part will be 100 itself. So now we have got value of one part is 100 and we need to find the cost price. So we have to multiply this value of one part only with the first row, not with the second row, and we have seen this concept earlier. And now cost price is how many parts? 5 parts, and value of one part is 100. So what is the cost price? The original cost price of the watch, 5 parts, so 5 into 100. So 500 is the answer. So in this question, so without making any complicated working, we have got the ratio, earlier ratio with profit 20%, and with 25% we have got another ratio. As checking with the ratios, both the ratio parts are decreased by one value, so the decreased value itself will become value of one part. The value of one part is 100 and cost price part is 5, so 500 is cost of the watch. So we will see the next concept.